All right, welcome back, guys. It is the GSL Code A round of 32. I am Doa. With me is Wolf. And we just saw a pretty one-sided affair. I mean, the first game, there's like a little bit of...
Well, it's because Inca took the mistake of Dongrigu and made it his advantage. But otherwise, Dongrigu outplayed him. I love... I just don't want to stop stressing how important it is to look at what Dongrigu has done on 3 bases. 3 bases, Ultralisks. You don't need 6 bases to make Ultralisks. I know some of you guys think that you do, but you don't actually have to. On a large map, where you've controlled the map, where you've shut down all sorts of harassment, you have the macro hatchery, so you have some fallback room. You can take a 4th base, but you don't have to. If your opponent's got a scary army, you just don't have to take a 4th base for a while.
You know, that Antigua Shipyard map, I like it. I think it's really interesting. I mean, if you can rush to take the middle, like whoever holds the middle and can take that gold base is in such a good position. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's an interesting dynamic that we don't have in the other maps.
Well, it's very important to hold the middle because if you don't hold the middle and you try to take the gold base and your opponent can just like shell it over the middle and stuff like that.
It's not like a really exposed base like on Zelnaga Caverns. You know, you can kind of rush for the gold there too, but it's really open and exposed. But on this map, it's kind of like tucked away behind the high ground. It's safer.
It's an interesting map. I like it. I think I need more time to make a real decision on it.
I'm interested to see more games on it,
It's the first time we've seen a GSL game on it, obviously.
I'm sure we will, too. It's here to stay for a while, anyway. Our next series is going to be between another kind of staple of Code S for a long time, anypro Prime.we.
Yes.
And he's going up against TSL Smart, otherwise known, probably better known now, as TSL JYP. I think JYP is a really good Protoss player.
His Blink Stalker micro is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I actually think he's the favorite to win this one, which is sad for me because I'm kind of an anypro fan. And the Simpsons Protoss.
anypro's been around for so long, too. He was even on the GSL World Championships team, the Korean All-Stars team.
Yes.
So, he's done quite well in the GSL. People were kind of confused about why he was on that. It's just because he always did well every season, you know. But can he do well today? We're going to find out right now. There he is, anypro Prime, getting knocked down to the up and down matches and then down to Code A last season. He's got to come back. He's got to clear his name again. Can he do it?
I think he can, but it's going to be very difficult. Both these guys battling. On what day is it?
Danger Day. Not Death Day.
I know it's
Danger Day.
Death Day. I don't know why I said that earlier.
No one's dying today, don't worry.
Well,
just some units, just some pixels on a screen. It's okay.
A lot of Banelings died to kill some Dark Templar today.
Yep. Many Bothans died to
bring us this information.
That's right. That's right. You know,
JYP decided he wants to play without sound.
Yeah, I can't blame him sometimes. No, I'm just kidding.
It was obviously just took it off.
Yeah. So there he is, TSL JYP. And TSL, despite their hardships lately, have continued to be a very strong team, especially in the Team League. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if we did see JYP playing more in the Team League. I'm surprised he hasn't been used as much as already. It's just because Killer's doing so well. But yeah, he's good. TSL is a very close-knit team, very skilled team. It could go either way. I really feel like it could go either way.
It really could, and I'm trying to think about what we're going to see from anypro. I think most likely anypro is going to be leaning more towards the four-gating. Now, on this particular map, Belcher Beach is very, very difficult to four-gate because of that high ground area we were talking about before.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very difficult to approach that. You can't just, like, make a pylon close and then warp onto the high ground like you could. You have to walk all the way around.
And that's the one thing I like about this map, too. I mean, I know you may not like that too much about it, but I like seeing longer, crazier PvPs, and on Belcher Beach we've got a good chance.
Don't get me started on what long PvP is like. It actually just doesn't make any sense. You're like, well, when did he make his robo? Do I make any sense? Then it's like, well, I have one more Colossus than him, but by the time I get to his base, he's gonna have one more than me if he has 2 robos.
So we're gonna get to see a game on Daybreak today here too.
Yep.
Maybe Crossfire.
It's getting pretty late for you guys over in the US. Maybe
a little bit.
Daybreak. As the sun rises at your house.
Yeah, it's about daybreak there. Back where I'm from.
Some eliminated maps there. JYP choosing Antigua Shipyard.
Probably just because he hasn't played on it a lot.
Yeah.
Syntho Choir singing us in to the game that's going to start very, very soon.
My shirt here is like bothering me.
It's like, very snazzy
My shirt's
today.
like kind of got like one side's like acting a little bit
We
weird
got these
than the other
shirts
one.
last night, actually. Torch took us clothes shopping. It was like in the movies where we're like trying on clothes and coming out, and Torch was like, I don't know. You ever see those montages in the movies, Wolf, where the girls try on clothes and the boyfriend's like judging it? That's how it was with you and me and Torch yesterday.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it was. We did the montage with like standing with like the leopard print stuff on, and like they took pictures. And Torch would like stick his head in his hands and like look down and shake his head. Or sometimes he would like give us a thumbs up.
That's
anypro, the Simpsons Protoss.
We all know him. Yep. And his opponent, the blue Protoss, over on the left side of the map. From the team TSL, the SCV Life, he is
GSL JYP.
Yeah. We walked all the way back to the GOM house then with our like little dogs in our purses, and Torch was like carrying all the bags walking behind us.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
That's how it happened.
that is how we got these shirts.
I was like, you guys saw me trying to fix my shirt. One of my sides of my collar is like a little flimsy. It looks all bad. I'm like trying to fix it. I'm like looking at the preview screen, but I can't see that well. And then I'm like on camera, I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to keep fixing this so it's less weird.
Ooh, really fast gas, actually, for JYP, I believe it is. Nope, never mind. Wrong one. For anypro. Pretty quick gas.
Well, it was like just a little bit earlier. You got it right at 14. There's more so actually just a later gas for JYP. And I think, I talked about anypro most likely foregating. I don't think he's going to foregate on this map. I think he knows what's going on. I think he knows this map is just not a good map for foregating. You can foregate here if your opponent makes mistakes, or you hit them with like that really much faster warp gate research timing.
Yeah.
But he knows based on when he's already inside of his opponent's base, seeing what's going on, and he's going to know, well, that's not really going to work out. Actually, I take it back. anypro hasn't scouted at all. He doesn't know what his opponent's doing. He doesn't know the warp gate research timing.
Or maybe
he hasn't even checked for proxies, man. Like, he actually is, based on what I'm saying now, I'm thinking he probably is just going to foregate no matter what happens.
Yeah, if you're going to foregate, you don't really need to scout because it's either going to work or it's going to not work.
Well, it's always good to scout because you can lose if you foregate, if your opponent does like a 3-stalker rush and hits you really fast. It's like, there's certain reasons why you would want to scout, but he's just trying to save that income. He's taking a slight risk. And in fact, anypro had 100 chrono boost energy on his Nexus before he did this. He is going to be chrono boosting that cybernetics core.
Yep, it doesn't get much more chrono boosted.
It's like so obvious that he's doing this also. I think JYP is going to be absolutely fine. He's scouted all of this. He's seen the Nexus with full energy.
2
and 3.
Yep, there it is. 4 gateways on the way. Well, 3 gateways on the way. One's already out. And so JYP should know this is coming. He should have a pretty good idea anyway.
Well, he absolutely knows, and he's just going to be doing his own 4-gate most likely in reply, but he's going to be in a much better position.
Oh, his Zelt's a little bit lower. Needs to be very careful there.
Looks like anypro winning that battle just slightly, which is really important because he's about to hit with this really fast 4-gate.
Yep. 4-gate on the way for JYP as well. And I don't know.
Is he going to lose this probe?
This could actually work.
Whoa. Well,
never mind. That's not
he's
good.
going to make a second pylon here with this probe, but I'm not entirely sure why he didn't control that probe better. This is actually just looking so silly. I don't know what else to say, man. Both warp gate research finishing about the same time. Having 100 extra chrono, having that extra chrono energy like anypro did doesn't actually even help that much.
And right away is going to move those stalkers up on the high ground. That's exactly what you need to do.
Yep, and
can he break it?
He's going to try. I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah.
This is actually just embarrassing.
How is anypro going to do it? Well, he can poke away at that gateway a little bit there, I guess.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, he's going to try to make that happen.
Huh. Well, this is really interesting. I'm glad he did it because now we can really see kind of how it works at a high level. And I mean, we kind of anticipated that this is kind of how it was going to go, but
he's going to try to send the Zealot onto the high ground maybe and then poke at those units.
Yep.
Well, he's taking so much damage. Look at that pylon block there. That's it, man. This is perfect gateway positioning by JYP. You can tell he's practiced this.
Like fish in a barrel, Wolf.
Yeah, this is actually this looks kind of sad, man. Now this game's going to be over. The Stalkers are going to move forward, and anypro is going to GG.
Yep. And that is why you don't foregate on Belshire Beach.
Especially when you let your opponent see it.
Yep.
The Chrono Boost energy just meant his probes were out slower. Like, if you notice, the Warp Gate research timing was exactly the same for both these guys. JYP just used all of his Chrono energy after his gateway was out. anypro saved it all the way up to 100, and his gateways were finished like half a second earlier.
Yeah.
On a map like this, that matters nothing.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. That was, I don't know, anypro, you need to at least try to be a little bit deceptive about what you're doing, you know?
Well, when you're forgetting, it's not about being deceptive necessarily, but it's about, like, you know, if you're going to forget like that and your opponent knows what's going on, then be deceptive in another way and just don't do it. Yeah. You know, like, or just do something a little bit different. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's a terrible map to do that on. I don't understand. Like, it makes less than 0 sense to me that he did that on this map.
anypro tried it and didn't work out. And so I feel like we didn't really get a good sense of who's better.
No.
That game. Not at all.
That was just like watching the game with the 4 Banshees, the 4 tanks, and 15 Marines.
It was kind of, it was going to take a miracle, really, for that to work for anypro. I mean, with just that high ground there, it's going to be, it's so tough. As you can see, I mean, he lost 1 stalker right away. The Zealot never got to the high ground. JYP was ready immediately to wall that off, so the Zealots couldn't get to the high ground. I don't know. It was rough. Their next map is going to be Daybreak.
Yep. A map with a really long rush distance.
Yeah.
Forgating going to be a little bit more difficult on this map. I think we'll probably see different types of builds. I don't think we'll see 4 gates from these guys. Probably 3 stalker rush type of orientation.
We were kind of talking about how anypro and Hongen kind of have similar styles. They like the blink stalkers. They're both really good at it. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see something like that. It seems like the standard in PvP nowadays is to go robo into blink stalkers just to get the observer out.
Well, the fact of the matter is, at the highest level of PvP, if your opponent goes robo and he has immortals, if you're multitasking is good enough, it doesn't matter. You have to get blink also, or he's just going to outplay you.
Yeah.
And so what you have happen in most high level PvPs in Korea is compositions of only immortals and stalkers fighting it out. Whoever makes his Nexus first is usually most vulnerable, and you see all these blink micro battles, and we may see something like that. That's
cool.
kind of what's going on in Korea right now. People don't make Colossi anymore. That's pretty much what's happening.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. I mean, back in the day, it was like rush to Colossus off one base, and then it was like A move and.
Well, I mean, I was talking about earlier when I was talking about late game PvP being terrible. Well, it's like, well, if you don't have an observer in his base, it's like, well, did he switch to Void Rays, or did he hide 2 Stargates and switch to Void Rays, and you just don't know, and you think that you're ahead, but you're not. All sorts of things happen. Is he going Charge Zealot Archon, but he like kept it from you? Is he going like Phoenix DTs with speed observers?
It's become a
Has that
Terran
happened
player.
to you before? Because
come over to our side.
No.
We have Stim.
No.
We have Stim over here. We have Stim. We have Marauders. We have Medivacs. We have all sorts of ways to abuse people. Come over to the Terran camp, man.
Oh, you don't think I have 4 gates, 2 gate proxies?
I'm not afraid of your
2 base
gates.
Colossus timings, Colossus Phoenix, late game storms. To abuse, you don't think I have those?
I'm not intimidated. I wonon't be intimidated
Blink
by
Stalkers,
these
Charge Zealots, Archons.
I don't know, man.
Carriers? I don't have that.
Yeah, carriers aren't really too threatening in StarCraft 2. StarCraft 1, that was a little bit different, but...
I don't have an armory. No.
Well, we're going to move into the game very, very soon. The loading screen is doing its loading thing. Here we are at the GSL Code A with Doa and Wolf. Let's get in the game.